Good Saturday morning, South Carolina weather watcher. Hopefully, we had a fantastic Saturday so far. I'm your meteorologist, Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Saturday. Now, looking at the radar right now, nothing really going on. I mean, you might have just a little isolated shower activity, just isolated in nature throughout the state, but overall, not really much going on here. And let me go on and turn this stuff off right here. So here we go. You do have still have that rain and thunderstorm activity going on, especially in Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, as well as Alabama, Louisiana, and Texas. This is not the start of the severe weather threat. The severe weather threat will start later, um, probably in around a good 3 to 4 or 5 hours or so. So it has not started yet, but it's getting there. So last night was already a pretty rough night, but overall it's gonna get even worse potentially today. This is not even the main. Yesterday was not even the main day. Today is the day um, that potentially a lot of stuff could go wrong. So we're gonna go on and just continue to hope for the best there. We do have some snow on the backside though, with some sleet and some ice in Minnesota, North Dakota, and Nebraska, as well as some unsettled weather over here in the west with some rain and some snow. And then in the north, in the mid-Atlantic, just some very isolated drizzle activity. Very isolated drizzle activity. Looking at our cloud cover right now, we do have some fog going on throughout the state, but you can see that that cloud cover will continue even as we go into the afternoon hours as well. So, I mean, there will be some clear spots here and there, but overall, it's seeming to be mainly a cloudy day. Here's your current temperatures right now. Current temperature is 55 in Columbia as well as 57 in St. Matthews. As well as 57 in Orangeburg, 59 in Holly Hill, as well as 53 Spartanburg and Greenville, as well as Clemson and Anderson, 55 in York and Rock Hill, as well as Lancaster, as well as 61 in Greenville. We also do have 61 Moncks Corner, Somerville, not Allendale, but Ondaw, 57 in Allendale, 61 in Beaufort, as well as 62 in Charleston. In terms of your high temperatures for today, high temperature for today, 77 in Greenville, as well as 78 in Spartanburg, 77 in Rock Hill, as well as 80 in Girard, 79 in Dillon, 80 in Florence, as well as 80 in Sumter, 79 in Kingstree, as well as 79 inside, or 75 inside of in Georgetown. We also do have 75 or 79 inside of Moncks Corner, 70 in Charleston, as well as 80 in Walterboro, 81 in Aiken and Barnwell, as well as 74 in Hilton Head Island, 71 in Myrtle Beach. Here's your wind. Winds will actually be pretty high today. It's going to be a pretty breezy day today. Winds from around 10 to possibly 15, maybe even higher than 20 miles per hour is possible as we go into today. So definitely going to be a bit of a breezy day and gust as well. Gusts will could potentially be from around 20 to possibly 30 miles per hour. So it will be getting high out there in terms of the winds. If you go on now and look at your forecast precipitation for the next 24 or so hours, a lot. Around 2 to 3 inches possible up there in the very far upstate near the Blue Ridge region. Maybe even a half an inch possible inside of Spartanburg, half an inch to an inch possible inside of Greenville, Anderson, and Greenwood, as well as a quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible inside of Lawrence and Newberry, tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch in Rock Hill, as well as Aiken, and then hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch possible inside of Columbia, Winsboro, Cheraw, Camden, Sumter, Orangeburg, Barnwell, Walterboro as well. So all those regions inside the hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch region as well. PD region looking mostly dry though. Looking mostly dry. Now looking at our severe weather outlook. This is for today. See, we do have that enhanced risk of severe weather still over there for the Greenville region. Again, this is being recorded the night before, so things will probably change. But overall, we still have that enhanced risk of severe weather for the very far upstate near in Oconee County. Slight risk of severe weather inside the yellow, and then a marginal risk inside the green, and then the very light green, that's just a regular thunderstorm risk. If you're inside the orange, you do have that 10% hatch risk for tornadoes, so a strong tornado is possible if one does get going. And it gets to the right environment, it's possible. Also, 30% hatch risk for damaging winds, meaning that there is that 30% risk that you could get some damaging winds, and then add another 10% on top that it could potentially be hurricane force. Hail as well, it was also pretty low pretty much for all the regions here. Inside the orange and the yellow and the dark green has that 5% chance of some hail. And then wind, which we talked about already um, for the orange part. Wind for the yellow part, 15% risk, maybe a little hatch risk in there, meaning a couple of the wind gusts could be, 70 miles per hour potentially. Um, but overall, not really much going on there. Most of the wind threat will probably be inside the orange, but the yellow definitely can as well. The green one probably winds of 40 to 60 miles per hour. And then in terms of tornadoes, the yellow has a 5% risk of tornadoes, and then the green, not the blue, nowhere near blue. The green has a 5% risk of, or not 5%, but a 2% risk of tornadoes as well. And then the regular light green area, that's 40 mile per hour wind gusts possible with if a storm gets going, and then the very, very off chance that it gets like some very like small hail, but that's for today and going into tonight. Most of this will be tonight though. Not really too much today. We're gonna be mainly focusing over there, not like Alabama and Georgia, but most of the threat will be going on through the nighttime hours. And that's gonna go on and wrap that up. Let's go on now and talk about our just what the models is looking like for today. So starting off, going all the way to 7 o'clock in the morning, you can see we do have some more isolated shower activity coming in around 2 p.m. down there towards in the low country of South Carolina, and then continuing by around 7 p.m. again. Then some more isolated shower activity around 9 to 10 p.m. going on in the upstate. And then by 12 o'clock in the morning, this is where we're going to stop. You can see that the thunderstorms will start to move in a little bit. But we'll talk about the rest of this going on tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. Make sure that you are there if you want to know the rest of the information, or you could check out yesterday's forecast update. And tonight, we will not only be talking about, the rest of the night, what it's looking like, what's the timing going to look like, what are the exact hazards, but we will also be talking about tomorrow's threat as well for Sunday, kind of like the mainish day, because that's when it will be pushing through the rest of the state. Might go live tomorrow, not quite sure though, we'll see what happens, but right now, it's looking like that it is a potential if things start getting a bit bad. Right now, it's only a slight risk, so I'm not really planning on going live, but it is a potential. So that's gonna go on and wrap this up. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight. I will be back tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. with another forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest of their Saturday.